Hey, I'm back, guys. All right, so it's been 2 weeks since the last live video, and things are changing really quickly all over the world. So I wanted to just check in with you guys, see how you're doing. I know 2 weeks ago, maybe nothing interesting was going on in your country, and now maybe some interesting things are going on in your country. A lot of you guys were giving me updates and telling me what was happening, so we can talk about that. I also have a funny story to tell you guys about a friend of mine because this new situation that we're all living in is forcing us to think about things a little bit differently, do things a little bit differently, and my friend had a funny experience with that recently. So, I'm gonna ask you guys, if you're here and you're watching, please just type in your name so I know what to call you, and tell me what country you're in, because that will actually give me an idea of if things are really changing in your country because of coronavirus, or maybe things are not changing in your country. I know in some countries like Spain and France, there have been lots of changes. Other places like Mexico, some students have told me there aren't a lot of changes going on. So I just want to know where you guys are from, and you can tell me your name so I know what to call you. So first, I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on in the United States. But before that, I'm going to remind you of this. 2 weeks ago, if you were here, I noticed that there were some problems with the sound. But I didn't know that until the end of the video. So I'm really sorry if you were watching that video 2 weeks ago and the sound was not good. If it was hard for you to hear, I apologize. I'm pretty sure that the problem is fixed, so the sound should be much better today. So just tell me if there are any sound problems, then let me know. Or if the sound is good, then you can let me know. Just put that in the comments, okay, guys? So, hey, I see some people are here. We already got 5. Awesome. All right, so now I'll tell you guys a little bit about what's going on in the United States, and tell me what's going on where you are. Bonjour, I see you. Hello. Who else is here? I can't see who else is here. I see that there are people here, but I don't know your names, so tell me your names. Hello, Suhad. I hope I said that correctly. Good to see you. So in the United States, there have definitely been some changes over the last couple of weeks. Some of you guys know this. I live near New York. And if you've been watching the news about the United States, or if you've been reading, you probably know that of all the states in the United States, there are 50 states in the United States. New York is having the most infections from coronavirus. There are, I would say, I think the last time I checked, about half of all of the sick people in the whole United States, half of them are in New York. Oh, I said it correctly. Good, Suhad. I wasn't sure. I'm always guessing. So I live very close to New York. I could walk to New York from my house if I wanted to. I don't want to right now because New York is not really a good place to be right now. But if I wanted to, I could walk to New York in 5 minutes. That's how close I am to New York. So it's a little bit scary for me. Not that scary. I'm not that worried about it, but it's very close to my home. And I have a lot of friends that live in New York, a lot of friends that work in New York, and they're important workers. I have a lot of friends that are doctors or nurses, so they have to go to the hospital every day, and they live in New York, and they're there all the time. So I'm really worried about those people. I'm not really worried about myself. I think I'm safe. I work from home, which is very convenient at a time like this, but not everybody is as lucky as I am. Okay? So, who else is here? Amin, hey, I think you were here last time also, 2 weeks ago. Bonjour, yes, bonjour, I know that can't be your real name. I'm gonna guess that's not your real name. If you could tell me your real name, I'd appreciate it. But I see your comments here from Amin. Terrible, we're not working, but good news is that we're still earning money. Well, that's awesome. Here in the United States, That is a big problem for us. I mean, there are a lot of people who have jobs that are not essential. They're not that important. So those people are not allowed to work. If they can work from home, those people can work right now. But some people cannot work from home. If you work in a store that sells clothes, you're not working at all right now. If you work in a restaurant and you serve people, you're not working right now. There might be some cooks in the restaurant that are working so people can pick up their food or get delivery, but a lot of people are not working, and some of those people are not getting any money at all right now. So that's really a big problem. I'm glad to hear that you guys are still earning money. I mean, that's great. Bonjour. I see your comment. You're from Paris. That's a very, very easy to figure out. I probably would have guessed that. Although, of course, there are other places in France and other countries that speak French. I hope everybody is good and take care about coronavirus. Yeah, absolutely. Bonjour. I think everybody agrees with you. Suhad, in your country, Iraq, there are 600 cases in all the country. And we have a recovery cases, more than 100, and some deaths. Yeah. So you're saying more than 100 people have recovered from coronavirus. That's awesome that they're getting better, but there have been some deaths. I'm sorry to hear that. That's been happening everywhere. Bonjour. Bonjour is laughing at me. Cesar, hey, I remember that name. I like to know that you are fine later for this global situation. Yes, I am just fine. I know there are some people that were wondering and sending me messages. So yeah, that's part of why I started making these videos again, so that you guys know I'm busy, but I'm fine. I'm not sick. My husband is not sick. We're safe. We're both working from home. So thank you, Cesar. I hope you and your family are staying safe too. Omar, hello. It's been a long time. You're right about that. Tamer, hello. Good to see you again. And Asho, that name sounds like it might be new. Asho, I'm not sure if you've been to one of these videos before, but I'm glad you're here. Welcome. Oh, it's been a long time. Well, I guess you have been here before. All right. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what was happening in the United States. New York is having lots and lots of cases. There are a few other states that are having problems with lots of cases of sick people sick with coronavirus. One thing that they started to do recently, I heard, is that they are asking doctors and nurses and other people that work in hospitals, if their state is not having a lot of cases, they're asking some of those people to come to New York so that they can help the people in New York, because New York really needs the help right now. So if you guys have any other questions about the United States, you can put them in the comments, or if there's anything that you want to share about what's happening in your country, you can put that in the comments also. I do want to tell you guys a funny story. I think it's important to try to see the silver lining when you're in a bad situation. The silver lining, I'm going to put that one in the comments, because that's an American expression. Does anybody know what silver lining means? If you know what silver lining means, you can go ahead and put a guess in the comments. I'm going to read a couple more of the comments that were posted, and then I'll tell you what silver lining means. All right, so Amin, in my country, some people assume that coronavirus is just an invention. Even my government, the president from Mexico, he should be the head of the country. He should be the head of the country? So I have heard people saying all kinds of things about coronavirus. You know, people can have their opinions. That's fair. But I think people need to be careful about saying things that they don't know are true. They don't know if they're actually true. So if you have an opinion, that's fine. If you have a guess, that's fine. But be careful about saying it like it's a fact, right? Some people will say it like it's a fact, like they read it in the newspaper or like they heard it from a reliable source, and it's not really reliable information, it's just a guess. So is coronavirus an invention? To be honest, I don't know. I have no idea. The stories that I've heard, I don't think it's an invention. I don't think it's from a laboratory, but I don't know for sure. I can't say. So I've heard people talking about all kinds of things that might have caused coronavirus. Hopefully we'll find out in the future what really caused it or where it really came from. Hopefully we'll know for sure, and then people can stop making guesses. I see a name. It looks like it's in Arabic, so that means I can't read it. But you gave me your name. Oh, Sameh from Egypt. I remember that name. I'm pretty sure I remember that name. How am I? I am just fine. I'm healthy. I'm safe. I'm working from home. My husband is doing the same, so we are good. Actually, we'll share this with you guys. Both of my parents have been sick recently, so that's another thing that's been worrying me a little bit. My parents live in New York. Like I was saying, I have lots of friends and family in New York. Both of my parents have been sick, but they're not having any really bad symptoms. They're not having any breathing problems, so they're not in the hospital. They're just at home. They're resting and trying to get better. They have a fever. They both have fevers, right? That's when your temperature is high. So they're not feeling well right now. But my sister is there with them, and she's taking good care of them, and I call every day to check on them because obviously I can't go there. But thank you for asking, Sameh. Let's see, other comments. I mean, how's the stuff in your country? So yeah, like I said, New York is having the biggest problem. Mohammed, hello. Oh, you're excited to hear the story. Yes, I know you guys love stories, so that's why I figured I'd tell you guys a story today. It's been a while since we've done story time here, so I'll get to the story shortly, okay? Ruben, hello. Oh, so your name was Nestor before? Your name on Facebook was Nestor? All right, it's good to see you, and thank you for letting me know your other name. Tanya, I remember that name too. It's good to see you again. Suhad, okay, so Suhad is asking about silver lining. All right, so I'm going to talk about that expression, silver lining, and then I'll tell the story about my friend and her family. So, silver lining is a phrase that we use to talk about something good that happens even though you're in a bad situation, okay? So a bad situation, you know, like coronavirus, obviously a lot of bad things are happening right now. However, there are some good things that are happening because of coronavirus. So those good things that happen, even though you're in a bad situation, that's called the silver lining, okay? And there's a common expression in English that every bad situation has a silver lining, okay? No matter what bad thing is happening, no matter how bad it is, you can always find something good that happened. Even if it's really small, there's always something good. So a lot of people are talking about the silver lining of quarantine or the silver lining of coronavirus. I would say one silver lining is that a lot of people are really working hard together. That's something that we don't always see when we're just doing our everyday thing, right? When there's no big problem to deal with, you know, people just kind of do their own thing. But now, when we have a big problem to focus on, everybody is working together. People from all different countries are trying to find a vaccine or a cure for coronavirus. A lot of scientists, doctors, nurses, and all the other, smart people that can help solve this problem all over the world. They're talking to each other. They're trying to help each other so that we can find a solution and everybody can go back outside and have big events and have weddings and parties again, because that's what we all want. So that's what silver lining is. I hope that makes sense. If you have more questions about it, you can put those in the comments. Also, as a reminder, please give this video a little bit of love. Give it a thumbs up, give it a heart, and feel free to share it on your page. Share it in a group that you're in. Share it with a friend, okay? So now I'm going to tell you guys a story, and I hope you enjoy it. So this story is about a friend of mine. Her name is Mana, and Mana is originally from Iran, okay? I think she was born there, and then she came to the United States when she was very young, okay? So she grew up in the United States, but now she doesn't live in the United States anymore. She lives in Bermuda, which is in the Caribbean. It's an island, a warm place, lots of beaches, lots of palm trees, that kind of thing. So she lives there with her husband and her 2 kids. Now, the funny story is that yesterday, her son, who's her younger child, he had a birthday yesterday. And she was trying to think of how they could celebrate his birthday while they're all supposed to be separated and away from each other. You can't have a party and invite 10 of your friends over. You can't do that right now. Her country has rules about that, just like we have rules about that right now. They are encouraging everyone to stay away from each other and stay home as much as possible. So how do you have a birthday party for your 11-year-old son when you can't invite his friends over? The other problem they had is, how do you buy the toys or the video games that you might want to give him for his birthday when all of those stores are closed? All of the toy stores are closed. Video game stores are closed. The only thing that's really open is grocery store, places that you go to get medicine or cleaning supplies. Like, those are the only places that are open where she lives. So she was trying to figure out, what do we get him as a gift for his birthday? Well, they went to the grocery store because that's pretty much the only place that's open. And they decided to buy him a lot of junk food. Junk food, okay? So I wonder if you guys know what junk food is. I'm going to put that one in the comments and tell me if you know what junk food is. They bought him a lot of junk food, and that was his gift for his birthday, until they can go to the store again and, buy him toys and video games, the things that they would usually get for him. I know they also thought about ordering something online, like toys or games, things like that. But even ordering online is a problem right now. A lot of people are ordering online because it's safe, or because they can't find certain things in the grocery stores. That's been a problem in a lot of places in the United States. You go to the store and a lot of things are just gone. There's no cleaning supplies. There's no paper towels. There's no toilet paper. A lot of things are gone. So everybody is ordering online now, and they usually deliver the most important things first. So if someone orders food or medicine or something like that, those things are going to get delivered first. If someone orders games or books or things like that, those orders are taking a long time. right now, which is kind of interesting. You used to be able to get those things really fast, and now it's taking a long time. So she thought if she ordered online, it might not arrive in time for his birthday. So that's why they got him junk food for his birthday. So I'm going to look in the comments and see if anyone knows what junk food is. If not, I'll explain it and then I'll tell you the rest of the story. So Muhammad, start the story. All right, yes, we're into the story, Muhammad. Suhad, very nice. I see your comment. You understand Tamer. Some people say COVID-19 was created by the United States and spread in chain because chain became to control world economics and politics. Well, I don't know if I believe that this was created by the United States because our economy is in bad shape right now. If this was created by the United States, then we did a bad thing to ourselves because we are having a hard time right now. But I don't know if I believe that, Tamer. But the truth is, nobody knows for sure. Or maybe somebody knows, but I don't know for sure. Let's see. Tanya. Oh, hey, Tanya. Celebrating or a party. Yes. Now is not the time to have a party. I agree. But sometimes you still have to figure out a creative way to celebrate things because that's important, especially to kids. So I'm going to tell you what my friend did. Suhad, junk food. You're laughing. You know what that is, Suhad. Eric. Oh, I remember that name. Eric. Cool is language for incredible. Eric, it's good to see you. Muhammad. Yes, it's been a long time. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, so Ruben. Pizza, hot dogs, soda, hamburgers. Yeah, basically food that is not really good for you is called junk food in English. So they got him like potato chips and Doritos. I don't know if you guys know what Doritos are, but chips and cookies and soda. That's what they got him for his birthday. Just a big bag of junk food. So very nice, Ruben. You're familiar with that term, junk food. And Barkad, I hope I said your name correctly. And you're from Somalia. Awesome. Welcome. All right. So now they figured out a gift to give to their son who turned 11, but they still needed a way to celebrate, a way to make him feel special. So my friend decided to call all of their friends in the neighborhood. Okay? They can't have a party. They can't have people come into their house. They can't have people even come into their yard. But you are allowed to go for a drive. Okay? That's allowed. You're in your car. Other people are in their cars. And everyone is separate if they stay in their cars. So she told everybody what time to show up. I think it was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He already got his junk food. He thought that was the only thing that was going to happen for his birthday. But at 1 o'clock, everybody that she called from the neighborhood, they drove up to the house and they just all parked in front of the house. Nobody came out of their cars and everybody honked their horn. They were beeping their horns to make a lot of noise so that he would wonder what was happening outside. So he heard all the noise. He heard all the cars beeping. He went to the door and people rolled down their windows and they yelled, "Happy birthday!" And they were yelling and screaming and waving and honking their horns. And they did that for maybe 5 minutes or something like that. I think she said one of them, they made a big sign and they hung the sign like out the side of the car. And that was the best thing that they could figure out. So that was his party for now. Maybe when all of this is over, they'll have a real party. But I thought that was actually a really creative and a sweet thing to do, to at least get everyone to drive by the house and, you know, celebrate and wave and yell and sing and make him feel special. Even if you can't give him a hug, even if you can't sit down and have a meal together, you can still show people that you love them. So I thought that was a pretty funny story. She actually sent a video. She sent a video to my friends and to me, and it was really cute. He was really, let's see, what word would I use to describe that? I think he felt really special when that happened. So I'm really glad that they decided to do that, because it made him feel like even though he couldn't have a regular party, there was still something that they could do. And his friends were still thinking about him. Doritos. Amin, yeah, Doritos. You're like, what is that? Doritos are kind of like, it's a chip. It's not made out of potatoes. It's made out of corn. It's like a corn chip, and then it has a little bit of cheese flavor on it. So it's like a cheese flavored corn chip. That's what Doritos are. All right, Mohammed. Ma'am, tomorrow is my brother's birthday. What should I give him as a gift? Because lockdown is continuing here. Yes, I understand. I think I'll give him vegetables. Well, Mohammed, if your brother really likes vegetables, then yeah, you can give him vegetables. Or if you can get some junk food, if that's what your brother likes, give him some junk food. Try to find his favorite food, since that's kind of one of the only things that we can really buy in some countries right now. Suhad, they can do online chat or Skype to celebrate together. Yeah, so that's another thing that my friends and I have been doing. So we did a little video chat and we all saw him and we waved. But the people that are in their neighborhood, I thought it was nice that they did the drive-by. You know, that's always nice to actually see people in person, even if it's from, 10 feet away. But yes, Suhad, you can do that also. A lot of people are doing that now. Tanya, yes, a video call and sing happy birthday. Yeah, so when they were in their cars, I think they sang happy birthday while they were out there, and then everybody went back home. So yes, there are lots of ways we can still celebrate and still feel connected to the people that we care about. I hope you guys are staying in touch with the people that you care about. I hope that you're taking care of yourselves. And Cesar, excellent history. Even in this situation where we are living, they can do something so cute. Yeah, I thought it was really cute too, Cesar. I agree. So we have maybe 2 more minutes. If you guys have any questions or anything else that you want to mention, go ahead and put that in the comments. If I missed your comment, then you can put your comment in again so that I see it before we are done here. I'm just going to look through the comments and see if I missed anything. I think I got everything. I tried to like the comments today so that I could keep track and make sure I didn't miss anything. So I hope that worked. Let me double check. Oh wait, got a new comment. My apologies because my English is bad, but I try. Cesar! Okay, I'm going to remind you of the rules in my classroom. You do not have to apologize for making mistakes. Never, 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 never apologize for making mistakes. You guys are students. You're supposed to make mistakes. That's how you learn, okay? So you don't have to apologize. And guess what? I'm not giving anyone a grade for this class, okay? Nobody passes, nobody fails. You pass if you show up. And, well, nobody fails. There is no failing, okay? So, Cesar, don't worry. Mistakes are fine, okay? I guess that's it for today, guys. I don't see any more. Oh, wait, sorry. One more question. Mohammed, give the example with silver. Oh, silver lining. Mohammed. I gave a couple of examples earlier, but let me see if I can come up with one more example of silver lining for this situation, for the coronavirus epidemic or pandemic. I would say one silver lining what I mentioned before is that a lot of people are really working together and supporting each other. Countries are working together and supporting each other, trying to find a solution. Another silver lining. I would say a lot of people are exercising more. That's another silver lining. A lot of people are going hiking more, because if you go to a big park that has trails or has places where you can hike, usually that's safe to do because there's a lot of space between your family and another family that might be 20 feet away or 30 feet away. So a lot of people are exercising more, they're going hiking, they're enjoying nature. A lot of people are exercising in their homes. Actually, here's another quick story I'll tell you guys before we leave. I started taking dance classes at the end of last year in November. I started taking tap dancing classes. So while I've been home on quarantine, I haven't been able to go to dance class, obviously, but I got creative and I figured out a way to practice dancing at home. Now, I know some of you might think dancing at home is not that hard, but tap dancing, I can't do anywhere because tap shoes are very hard at the bottom. They make noise. That's the whole point of tap dancing. You use your feet to make all these different sounds. That's tap dancing. But if you tap dance on a regular floor, it will ruin the floor. And I don't want to ruin the floor. So I had to go to a hardware store and buy a big piece of wood. It's like 4 feet by 4 feet. And I put that down on the floor, and now I can tap dance in my house. So there's another silver lining. I'm doing a lot more tap dancing than I used to. I think by the time quarantine is over, I'm going to be a really good tap dancer. That's my plan anyway. So Mohammed, those are some silver linings, the good things that can come from a bad situation. All right, so we're going to end it here for today, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. I hope you enjoy these. I know everyone is a little bit cooped up and, getting cabin fever, so I hope you at least enjoy these videos. I will say this. I actually made some new changes to my website recently, so I'm going to post that for you guys. If anyone wants to check it out, you can. I'm also going to repost some videos that I made a while ago. I know some of you may not have seen some of my older videos, and they may not be as cool as, the videos I make now with like the cool background and everything, but they still have good information in them. So I'll start to repost a couple of things for you guys, just so you have something to do, something to look at, something to watch, something to read, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, guys? So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please share it with someone, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, everyone.